Hello, everyone, and welcome to my channel, where I analyze the latest episodes of Billions, the hit drama series from Showtime. Today, I'm going to explain the ending of Season 7, Episode 2, titled Original Sin, which aired on August 20, 2023. If you haven't watched it yet, be warned that this video will contain spoilers, so watch at your own risk. The episode focused on three main plotlines: Mike Prince's presidential campaign, Chuck Rhoades' return to the U.S. Attorney's Office. Before continue, I request you to subscribe our channel and press on the bell icon button for new videos notifications on time, and Bobby Axelrod's new life in England. Let's break down each of them and see how they converged in the final scene. First, Mike Prince. He hired Bradford as his campaign manager, a savvy and ruthless political operative who knows how to win elections. Bradford advised Prince to go big and bold with his campaign strategy and to target the swing states that could make or break his chances. He also told Prince to drop his open marriage arrangement with his wife Andy, as it would not sit well with the American voters. Prince agreed to follow Bradford's guidance, even though it meant sacrificing some of his personal freedom and happiness. Prince also faced a new threat from Dave Mahar, the former FBI agent who was working with Chuck Rhoades to expose Prince's involvement in the fentanyl operation. Dave managed to get a wiretap on Calvin Morrissey, the leader of the drug ring, and recorded him talking to Prince about their partnership. Dave planned to use this evidence to bring down Prince and his campaign. However, Prince was one step ahead of Dave. He knew that Dave was onto him, and he decided to play him. He arranged a meeting with Calvin at a hotel room, where he pretended to be angry and paranoid about Dave's investigation. He told Calvin that he wanted out of their deal and that he was willing to pay him off to keep quiet. He also told Calvin that he had a backup plan in case things went south: a secret stash of fentanyl hidden in a storage locker. What Prince didn't tell Calvin was that the whole conversation was staged for Dave's benefit. He wanted Dave to hear him say those things and to follow him to the storage locker. He also wanted Dave to find the fentanyl there and to think that he had caught him red-handed. But it was all a trap. The fentanyl was fake, and the storage locker was rigged with explosives. As soon as Dave opened the locker door, it blew up in his face, killing him instantly. Prince had orchestrated Dave's death as a way to get rid of him and his evidence. He also framed Dave as a rogue agent who was trying to steal the fentanyl for himself. He planted some money and a burner phone in Dave's car and made it look like he was working with Calvin. Prince then called Chuck Rhoades and pretended to be shocked and saddened by Dave's death. He expressed his condolences and his gratitude for Chuck's friendship and support. He also asked Chuck to speak at Dave's funeral as a gesture of respect. Chuck agreed to do so, unaware that Prince had just killed his ally and sabotaged his case against him. Second, Chuck Rhoades. He managed to get back his old job as the U.S. Attorney for the Southern District of New York, thanks to some clever manipulation and blackmail. He used his leverage over Judge Funt, who had presided over his trial for corruption charges, and forced him to resign from his position as the interim U.S. Attorney. He also used his influence over Attorney General Jock Jeffcoat, who had appointed Funt in the first place, and convinced him to reinstate him as the U.S. Attorney. Chuck did all this because he wanted to resume his crusade against Mike Prince and Bobby Axelrod. He believed that they were behind his downfall and his imprisonment, and he wanted revenge. He also wanted justice for the victims of their crimes. Chuck had two main goals: to expose Prince's connection to the fentanyl operation and to prove Axelrod's involvement in the murder of Grigor Andalov. He enlisted Dave Mahar's help for the first goal, as we have seen earlier. He also enlisted Kate Sacker's help for the second goal. Kate Sacker was Chuck's former protege and colleague at the U.S. Attorney's Office. She had left her job after Chuck's trial and joined a private law firm. She had also become Axelrod's lawyer. Chuck approached Kate and asked her to betray Axelrod and help him mail him for Andalov's murder. He offered her immunity from prosecution and a chance to redeem herself. Kate agreed to do so, but only because she had her own agenda. She didn't care about Chuck or Axelrod or Andalov or justice. She only cared about herself and her career. Kate had a secret plan to use Chuck and Axelrod as pawns in her own game. She wanted to become the next U.S. Attorney for the Southern District of New York, and she was willing to do whatever it took to achieve that. She planned to double-cross both Chuck and Axelrod and to expose their crimes and their secrets. She planned to use the information she had gathered as Axelrod's lawyer and the information she had obtained from Chuck to build a case against them. She also planned to leak this information to the media and to create a public scandal that would ruin their reputations and their careers. She hoped that by doing this, she would emerge as the hero who had brought down two of the most powerful and corrupt men in New York. She hoped that this would boost her popularity and her credibility, and that it would pave the way for her nomination as the U.S. Attorney. Kay was playing a dangerous game, but she was confident that she could pull it off. Third, Bobby Axelrod. He had left New York and moved to England, where he had started a new life and a new business. He had bought a castle in the countryside, where he lived and worked with his son Gordy and his loyal employees. He had also changed his personality and his style. He had become more calm and relaxed, more humble and generous, more cultured and refined. He had adopted a new philosophy of life based on balance and harmony, rather than greed and ambition. He had also developed a new interest in art, especially in painting. He had hired an artist named Sophie to teach him how to paint, and he had fallen in love with her. Axelrod was happy and content with his new life. He didn't miss New York or his old life. He didn't care about Mike Prince or Chuck Rhodes or their schemes against him. He didn't want to get involved in their war. He only wanted to enjoy his new life with Sophie and Gordy and to pursue his new passion for painting. However, his old life came knocking on his door when Wendy, Wags, and Taylor showed up at his castle uninvited. They came to ask for his help in taking down Mike Prince, who had taken over Axe Capital and turned it into Prince Capital. They told Axelrod that Prince had betrayed them and fired them from their jobs. They told him that Prince had stolen their money and their ideas. They told him that Prince had ruined their lives. They begged Axelrod to join them in their fight against Prince. They told him that they needed him as their leader and their friend. They told him that they missed him and that they loved him. Axelrod listened to them, but he didn't agree with them. He told them that he didn't want to help them or join them. He told them that he didn't care about Prince or Axe Capital or Prince Capital. He told them that he didn't miss them or love them. He told them that he had moved on with his life and that he was happy with his new life. He told them that he had found a new balance and harmony in his life and that he didn't want to lose it. He told them that they should do the same and that they should find their own balance and harmony in their lives. He told them that they should help Prince instead of fighting him and that they should help him become the President of the United States. He told them that this was his final advice to them as their former leader and friend. He then sent them away without any regrets or remorse. The episode ended with a montage of scenes showing the aftermath of Axelrod's rejection of Wendy, Wags, and Taylor. We saw Wendy crying in her hotel room, feeling betrayed and abandoned by Axelrod. We saw Wags drinking alone at a pub, feeling lost and hopeless without Axelrod. We saw Taylor packing their bags at their apartment, feeling angry and bitter towards Axelrod. We also saw Prince celebrating his victory over Dave Mahar at his campaign headquarters, feeling triumphant and confident about his presidential bid. We saw Chuck speaking at Dave's funeral at a church, feeling sad and guilty about his death. We saw Kate working on her laptop at her office, feeling smug and cunning about her plan. And we saw Axelrod painting with Sophie at his castle, feeling happy and content with his new life. The episode ended with a close-up of Axelrod's painting, a portrait of Sophie's face, surrounded by colorful flowers. The painting was titled Harmony. That's all for today's video. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed it, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel for more Billions analysis. Also, let me know in the comments what you think of Billions Season 7, Episode 2 ending explained. What did